50 years ago, I came here as a tourist. I didn't know anything about the country. I was so curious that when I met Mr. Wright, by the name of Roger Eddé, I decided to stay.
Please come in. You're welcome. Good to see you. Look, the beautiful flowers we have for you today.
It's a small country, Lebanon, but there's so many different things, so many different traditions, and all of this is fascinating. It's very, very important that we show this to the foreigner in different ways. The foreigner should know the variety of culture in Lebanon. Today, unfortunately, the young are not as aware of what their grandparents did. And that, I think, is important. So it's not just showing the traditions of Lebanon to the foreigner, but also showing them to the new generation. They have to know, they have to be proud of their country. The culture minister maybe should, as I said, encourage traditional crafts, traditional arts. Crafts should be taught in schools, not just mathematics and languages and technical things, scientific things. Culture should be taught in schools. Children should learn to use their hands. There's no shame in using your hands. They want to copy Europe, they want to copy America. It's good, there's many wonderful things happening there. But look at what happened in your own country. What did your parents do? What did your grandparents do? Don't be ashamed of that. Continue that. So I have my shop, I have two shops. One is Alice Eddé Fashion Garden Home, where everything in the shop is made in Lebanon. I only look to designers who really make locally. Sometimes they say, oh, look what I've done and this and that, and then I ask them, where was it made? And then they admit, this was imported from Turkey or is imported from China, and then they just add something. I said, no, that's not what I want. I want something made in Lebanon. Often they think, it's handmade, it takes a lot of work, so we have to increase the price. No, if you take the same craft made in Europe, made in the United States, the prices are not the same. They're more expensive in Lebanon. There's no excuse for that. Just because it's handmade doesn't mean it needs to be more expensive. So the prices have to be studied if they want to sell. We opened the shop, Alice Eddé, about 10 years ago. The shop had different names. At first, I didn't want to call it Alice Eddé because I was shy. So the first name for the shop was Miss E. E for Eddé, Eddé Sands, it was Miss E. And then I was a bit brave, so I said, well, I'll use my maiden name, Bradley. So we called it Bradley, and the E had an accent on it to make it like the Eddé E. And then finally, I was courageous, and I called it Alice Eddé that way. It took me a while. I have things that come from the garden, so like basically mooni, isn't it? But it's from the garden. So I even have seeds from my garden, and we have za'atar, we have all kinds of things. We have objects for the home, like we have baskets, trays, cups, things like that. A cafe was my husband's idea. We opened Eddé Sands in 2002, and we thought, when people come and they stay at Eddé Sands, after 2 or 3 days, they want to do something else. So they want to go to the town. But there was nothing, in 2003, there was nothing in Byblos then. So we said, okay, we have to create a restaurant. So that was called A Café. In 2004, I opened a bookshop called Gibran's Lebanon. So Khalil Gibran, he said, you have your Lebanon, I have my Lebanon. And this bookshop is Gibran's Lebanon. So it's only about Lebanon. The authors are Lebanese, or the books, the theme of the book is Lebanese. And then I also have crafts designers also in the shop also. That was my idea, was how can we bring the foreigners back? How can we show them? Recently, when I was visiting family in Washington, on the last day, my friend said to me, let's go shopping downtown. I'll take you to my favorite shop. So we went to her favorite shop, and as we walked into the shop, a very nice lady said, oh, excuse me, before you go in and do your shopping, please look at my work. What is your work? I do photography of horses. Oh, but why are you here? Oh, because we're part of the art walk. What's the art walk? The art walk is artists who exhibit in different shops. Ah, I said, and you walk from one shop to the other? Yes, that's the idea. Ah, so this is perfect. Immediately I said, this is for Byblos. My idea was to choose shops that people don't see because they're tiny and the owners are very discreet. So I chose boutiques and shops that are nice and have good quality items. And I found designers and artists, also excellent quality, to exhibit in their shop for 2 days. So this way I want to bring people once again to Byblos with an open eye, with more curiosity. At the Fossil Museum there'll be a mosaics workshop. At A Cafe we'll even be having a flower exhibit. We have Zoya Sa'ar, who is from this area here, but who's lived many years in Dubai. She's created a company called the Flower Society, and she's going to do the flower arrangements, and we'll do a flower arrangement workshop. Then there's other people who are doing crafts with wood, like they do spoons and plates and things that you would use for the kitchen from wood. I have musicians. I have a man who's blind, who makes wicker chairs, and he's a violinist. So he will be making his chairs with his eyes closed, and he'll be playing the violin. His name is Dargham, Eli Dargham. I've chosen many people in the area, and some people from Beirut. Nada Dibis, who makes beautiful items with mother of pearl. She accepted to come. She says, "This is lovely, I would like to participate in this." I wanted people to come. I also want to attract people from Beirut. I want to attract foreigners, so all the embassies, but also Beirutis. Beirutis have to come back to Byblos. With my mentality, being an American, you don't just sit and wait, you do something. I love Byblos. Since day one, I love Byblos. And the village of Eddé, I love the village of Eddé. So I guess, yes, I am also Lebanese.